Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are well. We are now just about 3 to 4 days away from the release of the new Flight Simulator 2020. Yesterday there was an interesting development update, so let's get started and dive into what was mentioned. First off, there was a live Q&A with the Microsoft and Asobo team. Several questions were asked. I'm briefly going to go over things that were asked and some of the answers that were provided. The Q&A was about an hour long, so I still recommend you guys watch it if you have time. I'll provide a link to that video in the description down below. So one of the interesting questions was, could pre-download the sim before it launches? And the short answer is yes, you will be able to download the core of the sim, and the rest of the content of the sim will be downloaded through a platform that is shared with the marketplace, and you can cherry pick what you want downloaded depending on what edition you purchased. And of course you'd be downloading the rest of the content on the 18th when it releases. One of the following questions was one I was getting asked in the comments in some of my videos, and that question was, will there be missions and career mode in the sim? The answer is no. There are tutorials, but career mode and missions, they have left that open to third-party developers. They mentioned it was essential to them to look after the ecosystem of the flight simmers and third-party developers. So they wanted to develop a great sim, but leave room for a third-party developer ecosystem. I'm sure very shortly we will see a company or a third-party developer offering this type of add-on soon to the sim. Next important question that was asked was, will the release build of the sim that comes out August 18th will it have a replay functionality? And their answer was no. They have mentioned that this is in their backlog for things to do and implement in the sim. So I'm sure in the future this will be finally implemented. Or it was quite strange for me to find that this was the case, as a replay function is quite essential in a sim, particularly a flight simulator. Another important question that was asked about the trees in the sim, quite a popular and discussed topic for the testers in the forums. One of the major problems with the trees in the sim is that in some regions and areas there was an overabundance of trees, and another problem was their size. Some of the trees are way too large and high. Picking the incorrect size of the trees is a real problem at some airports, as some of the trees would be in the way in the final approach. Also, some regions are more difficult to be recognized. They mentioned this has to be corrected area by area carefully with real life pictures, and each area can be fixed. They mentioned it's quite an easy fix if accurate information is provided. Moving on to the next question, which was water masking. This was another popular topic in the tester forums. As in the trailers, you could see terrific corals and shallow waters, but in our closed beta build, this was not the case in many areas. They mentioned this is due to the Bing map updates, and the latest updates were during high tide. They are working out ways to fix this. Seasons, they also mentioned, will not be implemented just yet, but will be looked into. Only snow is available, which will be adjusted by sliders in game. Once again, they were asked about helicopters, and helicopters will be implemented in the sim in the future, but the team mentions they need more time and ask for patience. Lastly, I want to mention that I'm only going briefly over some of these questions, but remember to go watch the Q&A if you have time. The team were asked if they knew the Xbox version release date, and at the time being they cannot say, as many things still have to be fixed and ironed out till they can even begin to talk about the subject at this moment. Moving on to the development update, the team has announced that the closed beta access will be ending August 17th. Lastly, another partnership series video with Vatsim was released, but this video goes into more detail with the partnership series, so I'll provide the link to that video down in the description below as well. Remember guys, my giveaway will be ending August 16th, so if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, watch the video explaining how to enter if you're interested. If you enjoyed the video and aren't subscribed yet, consider subscribing to my channel for future videos of mine on the upcoming Microsoft Flight Simulator and other flight sims. Once again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.